We on this channel absolutely love promoting the mental health benefits of riding a motorcycle. We've spoken in the past about ADHD and Tourette's, but recently it kind of popped into my head about how a motorcycle can help you if you are on the autistic spectrum. Now, I'm by no means an expert on autism whatsoever. I have a couple of friends that are on the spectrum, but I've done a little bit of research on this topic, and in today's video I'm going to present to you my findings. So, can a motorcycle truly help you if you are on the autistic spectrum? Well, let's jump on the wicked Kawasaki ZH2, let's go for a ride, and let's find out. You know, guys and girls, it really saddens me to think that something that could really help with an ailment like autism, such as a motorcycle, very rarely gets discussed. And the thing is that people with these kinds of ailments, they don't know that things like this could help them with treating or controlling the way they feel, their emotions, things like that. So that's my job. My job in today's video is to try and spread the awareness and the potential that motorcycles have to not just people with autism, but people with many different kinds of mental ailments. So anyway, before we really jump into this topic, I want to know what you guys think. Are there any of you that suffer with autism, or you live with autism? I'm not entirely sure which is the best way to kind of describe autism as an ailment, but yeah, definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section below about your experiences if you are on the spectrum and you ride a motorcycle. Because it's one thing for me to say about these kinds of things, but it reinforces the whole idea that motorcycles can be very beneficial when it comes to mental ailments. Alright, so I know that the spectrum of autism is vast, and I'm not going to lie to you, motorcycles may not help you, alright? It may not help everyone when it comes to being able to kind of escape from their ailment. So I just want to put that out there, because I don't want to give anyone like a false sense of, oh, this is going to be the ultimate cure. Okay, it isn't, but it is a coping mechanism. It can be something that will help with whatever it is that you have. And I've been there, guys, there have been times when I've been feeling depressed, and times been really difficult, and my motorcycle has been really the only thing that has helped in some of those situations, in some of those scenarios. But anyway, so one of the things that I was looking up when it comes to autism is focus, either hyper-focus or struggling to focus on things. Now, riding a motorcycle, the thing is that yes, there's a lot of focus when it comes to riding a motorcycle, but it's one of those things that helps you relax. Especially, when you start off riding, it's gonna be tough. Okay, there's gonna be a lot for you to think about. But as soon as you start to become comfortable with the way how a motorcycle feels, with the way how you use it, how you ride a motorcycle, that's when the benefits really start to kick in. So it's one of those things that is more rewarding the more you do it. And when it comes to things like stimulus as well, stimuli, a motorcycle can give you a lot of stimulus. Now, I think in some cases it could be a bit too much stimulus. So for example, if you ride a motorcycle that is too loud, if you ride a motorcycle that is quite fast, in some of those instances it may become a bit of a sensory overload. So This is one of those things that you will have to kind of try and figure out yourself. And that's not to say that you can't learn where your limits are. It's the same with anyone, you know. With this motorcycle, oh gosh, a pheasant, bloody hell, those things are horrendous. Pheasant! You know, I know my limits on this bike. I've had to learn my limits. I'm not an overly skilled rider by any sense of the imagination. I'm a very average rider, but I'm still able to enjoy a motorcycle like this as long as I know how far I can push it, how far my skills, my own skill set can go. And so that's definitely something that you'll have to learn as well. But it is something that you can really dedicate a lot of time to. It's something that you can really invest. And you'll start feeling the rewards pretty quickly. Now, it is beneficial, okay, if you are able to find an instructor that can be patient with you, that can really, you know, kind of, gosh, that was a massive stone as well in the middle of the road. An instructor that can find different ways of being able to show you how a motorcycle works, how you can enjoy the motorcycle. Now, we've got lots of videos on our channel about how you can ride motorcycles, learning the basics, learning clutch control, things like that. And the thing is as well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting on a scooter instead. Yeah, a scooter is far simpler, but you can still enjoy a lot of the same experiences. You know, and the whole thing about riding a motorcycle is that it's very freeing. It gives you a lot of independence, you know? It really makes you feel like you are in control of your own destiny, your own future. And I know that's really philosophical and probably a bit cheesy, but it's true. It's very freeing, you know? I mean, I'm able to go out on a ride and think about nothing or think about everything. Think about as much or as little as I want. And there's something very therapeutic about all that. You don't have to ride fast everywhere. Very often I'm not. I'm very much riding well within my means, and I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm just enjoying the experience. Let's go down this way. Let's explore some of these teeny tiny roads, shall we? You know, I mean, if you want something that challenges you mentally as well, then sometimes exploring some new routes on a motorcycle can really help you, because it does you have to concentrate. You do have to concentrate. If you are on roads that you are familiar with, then, you know, it can be easier to manage. But that's what I mean. You can do all sorts of different kinds of riding that kind of suit the way how you're feeling in that particular moment. You know, you can find yourself some roads where you can really give it a blast, have a good time. You can find yourself some roads that you've never been on before. You can explore new routes. You can go on roads that you're very familiar with and just chill, just cruise, enjoy it. But anyway, talking about the focus again, there's a lot to learn, but everything that you learn is going to be beneficial to you. All right, learning about how a motorcycle functions in a lot of ways is going to help you with your motor functions, your fine motor skills. And it'll be a massive confidence booster as well. I think that's probably one of the biggest things, is that if you learn how to ride a motorcycle and you're able to master it, or at least become competent doing it, then you'll start feeling immense amounts of confidence in your own abilities, confidence in you as a person, your personality, because of course, I mean, that's something interesting to talk about. If you're getting to know people or something like that, you can talk about your love for motorcycles, or how you're learning to ride a motorcycle, the types of motorcycles that you're riding, you know, things like that. So it can be a massive confidence booster, not just in terms of your physical ability and your mental ability, but also in your personality and who you are as a person. And that can be incredibly helpful for someone with autism. It can mean all the difference. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, at least from certain case studies that I've found, that I've read up on, that certain people with autism, they struggle to be independent. They struggle to get jobs because, I don't know, because they're not really given a chance, despite the fact that they could be very, very good at their job. And the thing is that there are so many examples out there of incredibly successful people that are on the spectrum, and it is their autism that has made them successful. Yeah. Certain people, I mean, I'll take kind of like my area of work, for example. When you're looking at software development, you know, there gets to a point where you're looking at lines of code all day in, day out, and it all just gets mixed up in your brain. It gets very difficult to read after a while. But then there are certain people with autism that are able to very fine-tune their focus on exactly what it is that they're looking for. Whether they're looking for an error in code, whether they are looking to write new code, certain aspects of new code. Oh, look. A flower. You know, it honestly is incredible what autistic people can do. It can be absolutely just inspiring. I have no doubt, you look at some of the most famous faces on the earth that ever lived. These people probably have some kind of ADHD, some kind of autism, something like that. Honestly, they can do incredible things. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. This is a lovely little road that I found. Wow. I'm always looking for these little roads, the ones that you really kind of get some decent views of all the hills around here. There you go. You got it. A little bit of off-roading there for the ZH2. But yeah, guys. Honestly. Okay, so that will go back to where I came from. Interesting. Let's take it. Why not? And that's the thing, it just gives you a level of enjoyment that you can't get doing anything else. I mean, people say they lose themselves in books, or they lose themselves playing video games, and to be fair, that's true. You know, one of the benefits that I get from playing video games is that I'm able to completely, absolutely distance myself from real life and kind of get myself involved in something entirely different. It's an escape mechanism, and this is exactly the same thing. It's an escape mechanism. It's something you can use to get away from everything in life and just be in the moment. Again, I'm trying not to sound cheesy or anything, but I'm explaining my experiences. I'm explaining the way how I feel when I'm riding my motorcycles, and you know, when I'm really going in depth about how it makes me feel. And that's the thing, guys. Anyone can benefit from this. Anyone. I mean, yeah, okay, there may be certain things that you'll have to adjust financially or personally, but you can also have the same experience. You can also enjoy it just as much as I do. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the experience of riding a motorcycle and how that can benefit you, but it's not even just about the motorcycle. It's also the more social aspect as well. Now, a lot of the people that I've met, just because I'm a rider, just because I'm a motorcyclist, and how good the people are, it's incredible. You know, I've met some of the best people ever, some of the nicest, some of the most down-to-earth, well-rounded people ever, all because I ride motorcycles. it's just, honestly, the words really, I find words very difficult to describe when it comes to this stuff. You'll meet some incredible people, you'll meet some incredible friends, and they will accept you for who you are, you know. I mean, it's very rare that you find people that judge you within the motorcycle community for whatever. You know, judge your personality, judge you because you're overweight, judge you because, I don't know, because you got Tourette's or something, you know. People in the motorcycle community don't do that. I've never experienced people within the motorcycle community do that whatsoever. I'm sure there are people out there like that. I'm absolutely certain, because unfortunately, with any aspect of humanity, with any walk of life, you're going to get the bigots, you're going to get the bullies, you're going to get the people that, I don't know, they kind of like, they kind of think to themselves that they are like some kind of elite group of people that dictate to the rest of the community what, you know, how you can enjoy your bikes or something. I don't know, be arrogant about the whole thing. But for the most part, within the motorcycle community, it's, those people are few and far between. Very few and far between. Even just people in the comment section, you know, there are people out there that are very, very helpful within the comment section. I mean, I did mention right at the very beginning of this video to anyone that rides a motorcycle, anyone that is on the autistic spectrum, to write down their experiences in the comments, because it will actively help and encourage other people in a similar situation to try the same thing. And if one person benefits from this video, then I've done my job. I want thousands, millions of people to watch this video and be encouraged by it, be inspired by it. You know, because there's a lot, man, that the motorcycles have to offer to absolutely everybody, even people with disabilities as well. You know, that if there's a will, there's a way. Now look, as sad as this might be, alright, there may be certain people out there that simply cannot have access to a motorcycle for certain reasons, either because they're a danger to themselves or because they physically cannot do it, you know. And I hate that, man. I hate that, because this is a hobby that everyone should be able to participate in. So, and this is going to be an exploration for you, for yourself. Yeah, this is something that you will have to explore on your own. That's the beauty of it. It's all you. It's all you. It's all about you. Riding your motorcycle is all about you. And, you know, that's where you can discover, that's where you'll find out if this is something that's going to help you. And riding a motorcycle might seem difficult, alright? It's not as difficult as it looks. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of fantastic videos out there. I'd like you to watch ours on how to ride a motorcycle, clutch control, things like that, because, I mean, I try to put things in as simple terms as possible. Because a lot of videos out there are quite convoluted about the whole thing, you know, whereas riding a motorcycle is quite a simple affair. Yeah, you should be concentrating more on what's happening on the road than you should be what's happening at the handlebars, by your feet, things like that. But of course, when you're starting to learn how to ride a motorcycle, that's what you're going to be thinking about more than anything else. But that's where you start learning the skills. Yeah, that's where you start learning the benefits of doing this. But anyway, guys and gals, I mean, I honestly believe in my heart and in my soul that riding motorcycles can be a lifesaver, a literal lifesaver for anyone who is suffering from depression, people who suffer from ailments that they have no control over. You know, they can help you with that. People with Tourette's that have tics, okay? real life people that ride motorcycles with those types of ailments, they stop. This riding a motorcycle for them is pretty much their only relief from their ailments, their only relief from the Tourette's, the only relief from their ADHD, you know? And that's why these things are amazing. Yeah, honestly. Alright, anyway, guys and girls, I could talk about this all day long. I could be riding all day long, and, you know, it'll feel like 5 minutes to me, but it's probably been about 25 minutes, half an hour for you guys. So I'll leave the video here, but just try it out, okay? If there's one thing you take away from this video, just try out riding a motorcycle. There are plenty of people out there that will be more than happy to help you get involved with riding, you know, regardless of the mental ailment that you may have, okay? So I'm sure there's going to be people out there that will be in the comment section below writing about how their establishment can help people out there with autism, things like that, through riding motorcycles. All right, it can do an awful lot. Riding a motorcycle can do an awful lot for people. But anyway, guys and girls, thank you ever so much for joining me all the way to the end of today's ride. Definitely go and check out the video that we got coming up on the end screen. As always, leave a like, hit subscribe, let us know what you think down in the comment section below, and we will catch you all in the next video, guys and girls. Ride safe, take care, have a good one.